stop. You're not going to want to pay too much for that comic book. Let's talk about some buying tips and look at some of the stuff that I bought up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, panelologists. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. Before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. Follow us on other socials, Bronzeville_comics on Instagram, also on Whatnot. Also, there is a link in the description of this video that gets you $10 off your first purchase. If you've not yet tried Whatnot, you don't have to buy anything from me. And also, in the description is a link to my eBay store as well as my email. So if you're interested in anything, you can reach out to me. Feel free. I'm going to talk about a couple of experiences. I was talking to a friend of mine. This is kind of a third-hand story, but there was a guy had gone to a show, was looking for a particular book, and was trying to price it. So he sees the book on the wall, and it doesn't have a price. I think that's what it was. It was at a show. Book didn't have a price. So he says to the seller, how much for the book? Guy looks it up, gives him a price, trying to haggle him down. But essentially, he looked up what it was going for on eBay. And he said, listen, this is what it's selling for on eBay. It's selling for, let's say, $150 on eBay. Guy goes, okay, that's good to know. I'll go get it on eBay. And left. Fact of the matter is, if I have the same book in person and on eBay, it's better to sell it for a little bit lower price in person because I don't have to pay eBay fees. I don't have to pay like 15%. You don't have to worry about shipping it. And the fact of the matter is that wasn't the seller's book, but they're probably not going to get that much money for it in person. So maybe it was a book they didn't really want to sell. So be aware of the value of the book. And the value of the book is what somebody will pay for it. And it's also the value that somebody will sell it for. This past week, I was on a Whatnot stream, one of the popular Whatnot channels, and they had some big books left at the end. So I was seeing maybe one of these will go for a deal, but generally there are too many people in the room for that to happen. So I went through and I was just watching. I said, okay, so I'm looking up comps. I'm looking up, raw prices and also graded prices, because these are big books that even in lower grade, you want to get them graded. So the last book they had of the night was Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. Now, to be fair, the seller started all of their auctions, including the big ones, at $1, and the room was populated enough to get the books approximately a fair market value, with some goading from the seller, which is not how I run my Whatnot shows, but there are the guys that, come on, let's get this up. It's not where it should be. You got to do better than this. That's not what I'm there for. I have I've gotten much better over time at using Whatnot, and I have a price in mind when a book goes up based on what I can see of the condition, and I usually try to look at the condition of the book very conservatively, right? Because on a Whatnot stream, you really can't see the flaws. How much do I want it? And so let's say I think the book is a 6.0. I'll look at 6.0 prices, maybe see what the value is in a 5.55, and go a little bit below that. Somewhere probably between 60 and 80%, depending on how much I want the book. If I just want to, get the book graded and see if I can move it for a profit, yeah, maybe I'll do that. But if it's something for my personal collection, I might go even above the 80% if it's something I really want. So I've gotten better controlling myself. I was actually in a Whatnot stream last night. I picked up a big book. There were some other books there, but there were books I was going to tap out at a certain amount. And so I've been good about controlling myself that way, saying this will come up again. For instance, in the show, there's a Brave and the Bold 30 that somebody probably watching this picked up. Hopefully you got a really good quality. It was a nice book in nice condition, but I had my limit of what I wanted to spend for that at this moment in time. If in the past, if I've had more money in my comic funds, and I want to kind of go after something, I might spend a little bit more, especially for an older book I see in higher grade. At any rate, the last book they were running of the night on this particular Whatnot stream was Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. That's a big boy book. But it was low grade. Now, I'm not sure how low a grade, but the problem also with the way that the sale went down is that the seller just showed the book in the bag and the board. Did not take it out, did not take a look at the spine, did not look at the back cover at all. So I'm a little more cautious with how much I would bid on that book. So I had a price in mind, and it quickly escalated past what I was willing to pay for it. I thought the book, just in what I could see, and I'm not, we're talking out hundreds of dollars. I would be, if I saw this book at a show, I would be foolish not to take the book out of the bag and board and look at it. The price kept going up. There were people bidding on it. And eventually, I think the book sold for $800. I thought it was a $225. There were some pieces missing on the spine. I wasn't certain how well secured the cover was. Again, we didn't see the back cover. And with the pieces missing, I think best case scenario, it was a 3, but probably $225. Look at comps. I looked at that very moment. Buy it now with $6.80 shipping. CGC 3.0. I think it's a white pager. $755. So they paid $45 more. Yeah, white pager, 3.0 white pages. From what I saw of the book, it is missing something. I mean, at the very least, a comparable book. Maybe, but there's no certainty. Maybe you could get like and I'll put up a full scan of this book. $755. The funny thing is, and here's a little hint I had talked about, and I have to thank some commenters on my videos. $755 from my comic shop, right? Well, when my comic shop has a book listed on their website or on eBay, they also have it available on their website, generally for consignment. And it's funny, they have CGC 3.0s. I should probably buy this all over the place. But here is the particular book that's available. And maybe by Sunday afternoon it'll be gone, because this is a really great deal on my comic shop, right? And there'll be a buyer's premium. Buyer's premium of $19.50 plus whatever the shipping is. Not really a big deal, but it's funny with their consignment items. There's a great deal of disparity even on my comic shop. I guess the person that they're consigning this book for wants to sell it. There's a 1.5 for more, for $660, and they have other 3.0s for $999. And I thought, was that the only other 3.0? That might be the other 3.0. So a $349 difference in 3.0s. So $650 on their website. So again, first rule of thumb, if you see something from my comic shop on eBay, check out their website. You could probably get it for less. $650. The person on Whatnot paid $850 for a raw copy that was very unlikely to be a 3.0. Very likely to be lower, 2.5, maybe a 2.0. Could even be a 1.8. You didn't know what the back cover looked like. And they spent $150 more than if they bought it, maybe 100 plus, when you factor in the buyer's premium on my comic shop. But regardless, well over $100 more for this raw book with no real guarantee of what the grade is. That from my looking at it, and it's an inexact science because you're just looking at the book in a bag and a board. They paid $150 more for a lesser book than they could have easily gotten by checking eBay. Look to see if you're at a show, you want to look at eBay sold, but you also want to look at eBay listed. right? You see a book that is $250, let's say, at a show that you're interested in. You go, I can get this on eBay for $225 plus $15 shipping. Okay, I'm saving $10. Maybe you really wanted it in hand, but know the market. Know what you're looking for. The other thing is possibility that the buyer that grabbed this on Whatnot isn't the greatest at grading, and maybe I'm not great at grading. Maybe it's a 4.0 that they saw. I don't think so. I'm conservative when I'm looking on Whatnot, but I also kind of know like what its maximum potential is, and I would be shocked if it got as high as a 3.0. So it's very easy to get caught up in the moment. When you're buying something, you see something you want and you jump on it immediately. But especially, if it's a $20 book, who cares? But if you're spending hundreds of dollars on a comic book, do your due diligence. So I don't think I spent hundreds of dollars on any of these comic books, but I have some mail to open. We got a package from P-Dot's Comics and Collectibles. They're from Pasadena, California. This is a Whatnot purchase. I don't remember what it is. Let's open up some boxes. That was just a cautionary tale. It's often you see with some of the more popular shows on Whatnot that people will spend more than they probably should on some books. I think I probably bought multiple books in this show, but again, I get Whatnot amnesia. I don't really remember what I bought because sometimes I'm just kind of watching the show as I'm doing something else on my computer or whatever, and I just say, that's a good deal, and I grab the book. I've tried to become better at that and been a little more circumspect in terms of what I buy, a little more disciplined, let's say. But what did I buy here? Did I win something? Okay, I see. I don't think I had any of these, but I thought the prices were right. 2 are for the PC. 1 is kind of to spec on. The spec is Black Panther #3, second print, first appearance of Tosin Adoye. That book has come down in value to something reasonable. Then I bought a couple of these Justice Society of America variants. I think when I checked, I don't think I had either of this. This is issue number 6. It's the 1 in 25 variant. And what did I spend on that? So that's another thing I talked about on a recent video is being patient with the 1 in 25s. $20. So paid less than ratio for that. And this is Justice Society of America #4, Joaquin Thunderbolt. Again, this is just a series. This is 1 in 25 by J Hero. And I paid $5 for a 1 in 25 variant. So you can get some great deals on ratio variants if you're patient. But you got to be kind of in the game. So those Justice Society books, I just want them for the PC. I kind of got on the variant covers with those, but I figure I'm more or less holding my line on just getting those for like Earth 2 related stuff. Unfortunately, now you have all these Justice Society characters are getting their own series. Power Girl, Jay Garrick, Alan Scott. So this is, I guess it's an eBay purchase because it doesn't have a Shippo label. And I think I remember what this is. If I remember, this is a Golden Age book. It's not going to be the most exciting Golden Age book you've ever seen, to be honest. But it is a pretty cool... I know that's somewhere in the pile. I think it is this one. Because I think that's the only outstanding eBay purchase I have that I haven't received yet. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay. This is a fairly nice looking copy of 4-color comics. Well, it does say is on interior pages. They showed that. Not a big deal. 4-color comics 106 from May of 1946 with Tilly the Toiler. That's just kind of fun. There was some goop there. See if I can clean that up. But, this is not something that I plan to submit. I did not pay a lot for this book. Let me see how much I paid. Just to give you an idea. Purchase history. all in $41.18. So for something to add to my Golden Age collection, happy with that. This would be from Comic Tom, and I think I know what this is. I think I bought this in order to qualify for a giveaway, which I did not win. I actually won a giveaway last night. And I think this is just one book. Oh, they put in a comic tag. Actually, it's a pretty cool one. And okay, threw in some extras. I no longer get the Comic Tom Mystery Mail Call, just because I found that it was stuff that I wasn't really interested in, by and large. But they threw in this tag with thanks on it. Thanks, Tom. I guess that's... And then this print. And I got a virgin cover of Vampirella versus Superpowers. Not that I'm a big Vampirella fan, but I am a fan of the Superpowers series. It was started by Alex Ross. And what the Superpowers comic, which came out like in around 2008, 2009, somewhere in that area, was spearheaded by Alex Ross, and it brought back a lot of Golden Age heroes that were in the public domain, like Black Terror, Green Llama, Pyro-Man, some of those Nidor characters, maybe some of the Fox characters that weren't timely DC, Quality, or Fawcett, and just kind of lapsed into public domain over time. Fighting Yank, I think, was one of those. So that's why I've actually been buying that series. But I bought that book just to have a chance at it. They had a pretty big giveaway. Might have been like an ASM 300 or something like that. So I figured, let me throw my hat in the ring for like $5. Probably $10 when you include shipping. So this next book is also from Whatnot. Some tissue paper. Like they're wrapping a shirt. Oh my goodness. Why did I buy this? I think it was a good price. I don't remember exactly what I paid for this. I'm gonna have to investigate that when I catalog my books. But it's a mid-grade. Actually, it's mid-ish grade. Got a little bit of spine wear, but it's not too bad. A pretty nice copy of Fantastic Four 129. This is the first appearance of Thundra. So this, as the book was up for auction, I kind of looked at what I thought the grade was, and from first glance, the book looks pretty good in the in the bag and board kind of. It does have a little bit of creasing on the top, but it could be pressed if need be. Not bad, not bad. A press would do this well, but it's a fairly tight book. Definitely benefit from press. Actually, it could maybe get, I don't know, probably like 8.5 with a press. I don't think it could get better than that. So, but that's still pretty good. Key character. Not a character that I have any illusions that will be coming to the MCU anytime soon, but who knows? Okay, and then this is the last package. I guess I bought a bunch of books. This was from a Whatnot sale. Maybe I bought a lot. I don't really. Again, I'm getting Whatnot Amnesia. It's like two Geminis kind of stitched together here. But they arrived very safely in this big kind of double packaging. So let us see what we got. Cut into this. Did I buy a magazine? Is that what that is? I don't think so. Let's see what we got here. They could have probably put this all in one Gemini. A little bit different packaging here. The other one is your standard. I think this is a Gemini knockoff that my LCS uses. So that's what I ship in. I think that's actually a little chunkier than a Gemini, so it does protect the books just a little bit better. But I use both, depending on what I have available. Oh, yeah, this... Oh, magazines? Did I buy magazines? the heck was I doing? What did I get? I have no recollection of this. What magazine would I be buying? Unless I just saw something for a great price. I am completely I'm confused now as to what I bought. It'll come back to me, I'm sure, when I look at it. Let us see. There's like 4 of them here. Was I sleeping and I bought TMNT? Oh, this is what it was. Yeah, I thought these prices were pretty good for these books. Just kind of, I was in a show. I said this character I wasn't into, but some Warren stuff. And I thought the price was right. Eerie, $89. Cool. Creepy, number 15. Yep. A Frazetta cover. Nice. Not bad looking either. I mean, no obvious signs of damage. They have it at a 7.0, so. And then Vampirella 17. I think I'm just going to put these. This is from 1972. I think put these aside and read those for now. That's a VG Plus. So, yeah, those were the magazines. That's where they were in a different box. You know, again, that's kind of like. Again, I thought the prices were really good. Like, I guess this was one of those sales. Sometimes you get inexperienced sellers, and they aren't sure what they have, and what they have goes for less than what it's worth. So, yeah. Vampirella was 14. The others were 4 and 2. And then I picked up some DC Bronze Age books as well. You know me. And I thought that the prices were really good on these. We'll take a look at condition as well, just quickly. I don't want to bore you by opening up, you know, the $10 to $20 books and examining condition. But it's fun stuff. So there are 4 books. And I'll save that one for last. So we got Demon number 12. That's not even on my list. Was that a throw-in? Thank you for support. Huh. Demon number 8. $6 for that. It does have some wear on the spine there, but I figured, what the heck? Phantom Stranger 33, $5. Pretty nice condition, I thought. Does look pretty sharp. That great Dead Man cover. Might just keep all these in the PC. And then this is a book I have that is in pretty decent shape. This is not, I don't think this is a gradable condition, but it's not bad with a press. It does have a little bit of yellowing. That's probably white cover. Is OMAC, number 1 by Jack Kirby. This was his second wave of DC comics. You know, the first wave was the Fourth World, when he took over Jimmy Olsen and started New Gods, Mr. Miracle, and the Forever People. And then in 1972, Demon and Commandy. And then this was the third wave. Now, I remember, I've said this before on the channel, but I remember seeing the ad for this comic as a kid. And I don't know what was wrong with, like, 6-year-old me, but I just thought that this was like some extreme bondage. And it's not. It's just like a an artificial kind of android sort of creature who is disassembled body parts. I don't know which is creepier. Having somebody trussed up in that manner. I'm not sure if that's physically possible. But this is one of the weirdest covers in mainstream comic book history. So, and I bought this. This cost me $13. So, again, knowing what you got, trying to estimate condition. This is good. It does have some... I'm not sure what that color is above his head. If that was part of the printing process or not. And if that can be removed without removing gloss. Because the red and the blue kind of match the colors on the cover. So, we'll take a closer look at the book. I think I have somewhere in my PC a copy of OMAC 1. I'm not sure if that's an upgrade or not. So that's kind of a little bit of my mail call. I did not spend too much I don't think, for any of those comic books. I didn't spend a tremendous amount on any one comic book. So let me know what you think. Hopefully, you can employ these tips in trying to get the best deal for yourself if you're going to buy comic books in person, on whatnot, on a claim sale. Just be aware of what it's worth, and if you can get it elsewhere, and the easiest place to get something is eBay, for less than it's going for. So thanks for stopping by. You can take a look at a couple of my other videos here, and this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.